Hey guys, welcome to Tech Tricks tutorial. Today we are going to talk about HTML website design. How to create a website using HTML and CSS. It's a step-by-step guide to follow easily, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Let's dive right in. So to make everything easier for you, I'm inside CodePen right here where I can go ahead and save my work and send it right to you guys. So I'll make sure to leave this link in the description below so you could go ahead and access this code when you are creating your own website. You could also go ahead and open your own Visual Studio right here, but in this tutorial we're gonna go ahead and stick by using codepen.io so I can go ahead and share my work to you. So right now I am inside CodePen and I have my HTML here and I have my CSS. So first things first, let's go ahead and type the necessary stuff right here. Doc type HTML, HTML language. We also have our head right here. And of course we have our title. We are going to title our web page design. So just go ahead and input your title right here. And of course, just go ahead and close everything out. Let's go ahead and close our head and title. And of course, we are going to go ahead and link this inside our style sheet and style.css. After all of that, we're now ready to close our head, which is /head right here. And second, we are going to start now with our body. After that, we are going to make multiple divs. For the first div, we have our main class. For our second div, we have our navbar. For our third div, we have our icon. And now of course, this is where we could go ahead and title our web page. So just go ahead and name anything inside your website. I'm just gonna go ahead and name my tutorial. And as you can see right here, we could go ahead and see straight away that it says tutorial. And I'm just gonna go ahead and close everything off right here. And right here, I'm gonna go ahead and add multiple buttons that people can go ahead and click. I have a LI right here, a href. And the first button that I am going to add is home. We have our hashtag. And of course, we're gonna go ahead and close this off. And I'm gonna go ahead and type home. And once again, I'm gonna go ahead and close everything off inside this code. And as you can see right here, we already have something under our tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest for another buttons. LI, A, href. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy everything inside here. And I'm gonna go ahead and change this thing that we have inside. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing for the rest. So after I've typed everything inside our clickable buttons right here, I'll make sure to close my UL off. Do not forget that in order to avoid mistakes. So now we're good to go. As you can see, we can go ahead and click these buttons right here. But as of right now, if you go ahead and actually click these buttons, they have nowhere to go. So we have to code a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and create another div for our class search. Div class equals search. And after all of that, you can now go ahead and see the search bar that we have right here, where people could go ahead and search something about our website. It's this code right here, div class search, input class search, type search name, and placeholder type to text. You could also go ahead and put anything that you want right here. For example, if I put to text, it will go ahead and change something like here to text, and just go ahead and put anything that you want your placeholder to be. For mine, I want mine to say place to text, so I'm good right here. After that, we're now ready to proceed and create our very own content, which is another div, of course. And I'm gonna go ahead and make spacings right here, so it will be easier for you guys to read. I'm gonna go ahead and make another div, class equals content. So I've added the contents right here, web design and development course. As you can see, we have our H1 here, web design and development course right here, and you could go ahead and see the text that we put right here. So this is only a placeholder. You could go ahead and change anything that you want. As I mentioned earlier, this is just placed here as an example, but of course you could go ahead and place a description about your website right here. So for the next thing, we're gonna go ahead and add a button. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make another spacing right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and add this button under BR, and we could go ahead and see it straight away right here. It says join us, and of course we're gonna go ahead and edit and design this later. We're gonna go ahead and code for now. And lastly, I have added this thing right here where people could go ahead and log in using their email. So as you can see, we have our logged in right here, and right here for our H2 we have our variable, and this variable is only a text box. I've named it email, and I've also placed my placeholder into something like enter email here. And of course we also have our password right there. We have our type, we have our input type, we have our variable name, which is password, we have our placeholder, which is enter password here, and of course we have our logged in button besides the two of them. And we have our icons right here for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google, and Skype. But as of right now, you can't go ahead and see that because there's no design yet. But this is basically it. It's pretty much a simple HTML code. The next thing that we need to do is to design everything inside this HTML code right here. So we're gonna go ahead and paste it inside here in our CSS. The first thing that you want to do is just go ahead and type this thing right here, calls. Go ahead and place your curly brackets, and for our margin we're gonna go ahead and put 0. And for our padding, we're also going for 0 right here. And the next thing that we are going to design is our main. Make sure to go ahead and type your curly brackets inside here. Go ahead and hit enter with your keyboard, and we're gonna go ahead and design right away with our width. We're gonna go ahead and place it inside 100%, and we're gonna go ahead and design our background with linear gradient. Basically, I've added the URL right here, which is the file name of one.jpg. So as you can see right here, I have my folder, and if I go ahead and browse through my desktop right here, if I go ahead and browse through my website folder, I can go ahead and see the background right here that I want to put inside this web page, which is this one. So what you want to do, I have the background file name right here, and I also have the JPEG file. So I'm gonna go ahead and name this background.jpg. So we're just gonna go ahead and proceed to the next one, which is our navbar. Just go ahead and type .navbar right here, and we're gonna go ahead and design our navbar. Go ahead and place your curly brackets once more, and for our width we're gonna go for 1200 pixels, and we're gonna go ahead and end it right there with this symbol. And of course we have our height. For our height we have 75 pixel. And for our margin, we're gonna go ahead and go for auto. As you can see right here, I've just moved the entire portion of the clickable links. So we're gonna go ahead and proceed with our next one, which is our logo. Go ahead and type .logo, curly brackets, and we have our color. Just go ahead and color your logo at anything that you want to. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and paste the color code right here. I have mine at FF7200. Go ahead and end it right there. We have our font size, which is at 35 pixel. And of course you have your font family. I'm gonna go for Arial. And we have our padding left, which is at 20 pixels. We have our float, which will go left, and we have our padding top, which is at 10 pixel right here. And of course we have our margin top, which will go 5 pixel. So I've just edited the menu right here. As you can see, the web page design development has moved from here to here, and for the next one we have our UI, or let's call it UL. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. We also have our ULLI, which is this one right here, and as you can see, it's slowly coming apart. And for our next one, we have our ULLIA, which is this one right here. We could go ahead and see the updated design once it finishes loading in. And we also have this one, which is ULLI hover, when we hover it inside our cursor. So to make the video shorter, I just coded the entire thing right here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and explain it to you. So for the first thing that we have right here, we have our search, and I've just designed the search right here. And if we go ahead and actually go down right here, we can go ahead and see the SRCH, which is this one right here, SRCH. As you can see, you have your font family, which is Times New Roman. You have your width, you have your height, your background border, margin top, color, and more. We also designed the BTN right here. We have the BTN hover, which means when we hover into something, again, as you can see, it changes color. We have our content, we have our content.par, and we have a bunch more things that we go ahead and edit right here. So this is basically just with height, background, position, top, left, transform, or whatever there is need to edit. We have your background color, you have your border bottom, you have your border top, you have font family, you have margins, you have spacing, you have your padding, and more. So you could just go ahead and use this code as an example when you are making your own. And this is what we came up with. We can go ahead and see the tutorial right here. Of course, you could go ahead and edit that. We have random characters right here because this is just an example. You have your clickable links right here, home, about, service, design, contacts. You have your search button. You have your logged in page, email, password. You have your sign up, and you have your logos on which type of accounts that you can sign up with. And basically that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the link down in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and use this link, or you guys could go ahead and use this code into your own project. So guys, thank you for watching, and if this video has been helpful for you, please consider by liking and subscribing. I'll make sure to see you again next time. Thank you.